Israel is currently racing toward a critical number, one that defense planners modeled in classified war games but hoped would never manifest in the real world. This isn't a future scenario. It is happening right now in real time as Iranian ballistic missiles arrive in daily salvos designed specifically to accelerate the countdown. Israel has reportedly informed American officials that it is running critically low on missile interceptors. This isn't the kind of shortage a country can simply reorder and restock within a reasonable time frame. It is the kind of shortage that occurs when the factory making the replacement parts is located in America, the shipping time is measured in weeks, and the production line is physically incapable of accelerating beyond a fixed output ceiling. Most critically, the enemy knows these inventory numbers and is managing its salvo rate specifically to drain the last interceptor before the next shipment can arrive. Iran knows exactly how many interceptors Israel has left, and that reality deserves a moment of reflection. Many of the events covered here follow recurring patterns of economic stress, geopolitical escalation, and systemic shocks. To help navigate these signals, I've detailed these warning signs and practical strategies in the Global Crisis Survival Guide, which you can find linked in the description below. Continuing with the analysis, it is clear that Iran is not firing missiles randomly or based solely on military targets. They are running a mathematically precise arithmetic campaign. This operation isn't designed to destroy Israel's cities in one single strike, but to methodically drain the defensive systems protecting them until the math hits zero and the strikes that follow land without resistance. When Israel warned America about this shortage, it was a warning about a specific endpoint. That moment, when the last interceptor is fired and the next missile finds no defense, is closer today than it was yesterday. This isn't a military abstraction, it is a time-bounded catastrophe where nothing exists between the before and after except the moment the math runs out. To understand the weight of this shortage, you have to understand that missile defense is the only thing standing between 9 million civilians and ballistic missiles traveling at Mach 7. Israel operates 3 distinct layers of defense: the Iron Dome for short-range rockets, David's Sling for medium-range threats, and the Arrow system for long-range ballistic missiles coming from Iran itself. These systems are designed to ensure that any threat faces at least one defensive capability before reaching the ground. However, Iran is saturating all 3 layers simultaneously to ensure no single layer can be reinforced at the expense of another. This is the execution of a depletion strategy decades in the making. The arithmetic Israel communicated to Washington is stark. Producing a single Arrow 3 interceptor takes approximately 18 months. The bottleneck is the precision manufacturing of critical components like kill vehicles and guidance systems, which cannot be accelerated by money or labor alone. While an Iranian Shahab 3 missile costs about $500,000, an Arrow 3 interceptor costs $3.5 million. Iran is spending thousands to force Israel to spend millions, winning a war of attrition by design. When missile defense runs out, the first thing to collapse is civilian behavior. The trust Israelis place in these systems is the foundation of their daily lives, the decision to go to work, keep businesses open, or stay in the country. If the intercept rate drops consistently, that trust doesn't just erode, it recalibrates personal risk calculations instantly. Schools and businesses shut down not necessarily because they were hit, but because the perceived probability of being hit changes before the first missile lands. Militarily, the IDF's offensive freedom is also tethered to this defense. Pilots flying missions over Iran are doing so with the knowledge that their home front's protection is declining. This forces Israeli commanders into a deliberate dilemma: continue the offensive while the defensive countdown hits zero, or slow down to preserve the home front while Iran continues its fire. Publicly, the Pentagon maintains that the alliance is ironclad and resupply efforts are ongoing, but they leave out the most important number: how many days of protection are actually left. That number is the most dangerous information in the conflict because once it is known, every actor changes their behavior. Iran would adjust its firing rate to ensure the stockpile hits zero before help arrives, and Israel would face impossible pressure to either escalate decisively or accept unfavorable terms. Furthermore, American production lines are operating on contracts written before this conflict, and assessing capacity increases is not the same as producing them. Meanwhile, Russia and China are watching this depletion in real time, treating it as a research opportunity to update their own stockpile assessments and saturation tactics. This countdown determines when the war enters its final and most dangerous phase. Iran has already won the strategic frame by proving that even the most sophisticated technology has a limit when faced with a patient arithmetic strategy.